Long Beach condo market for August 2019. I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. If you haven't heard about our new e-alert system, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll explain all about that. It's something you might find really helpful. But really quick, we only had one sale in all of Long Beach in August. It was Unit 801, closed for $475,000. It was on the market less than 30 days before it went under contract. If we look at the overall market, if you've seen these videos before, you know I'm a really big fan of this chart. This can not only tell us where we are in the market, but potentially look ahead to see where things are going. This red line represents the number of units that are for sale at any given time, and the black line bouncing around is the actual number of closings. And one of the things to really pay attention to here is this red line is really moving up again ever since January or February of this year, that we're having more and more units come up for sale. And this black line isn't keeping pace. Again, if you've seen these videos before, you know I'm a big fan of watching this months of inventory number. 5 to 6 months of inventory represents a neutral market. Anything less than 5 months of inventory represents a seller's market. That's where you're going to see units go under contract very quickly. That's when you might hear about multiple offer situations. That's where if we stay in seller market territory for an extended period of time, prices tend to appreciate. And just the opposite happens when you drift over that. When we go over 6 months of inventory, we go into buyer market territory. There are more units for sale, less closings happening. And the longer we stay there, it really puts pressure on pricing to come down as people really want to sell. So if you look back in most of 2018, last year, look at how hot of a market we were in. From all the way from October of 2017 through to November of last year, there was never 1 month where we were above 3 months of inventory. Most of the time we were at 2 months or less. That's a scalding hot market. But look at what's happened since then. Since February, we had a couple of months where there were no sales, so we couldn't track the information. But we jumped to right at a neutral market. March and April, we had a few sales through there, so we dipped back down into seller market territory. But since then, we've trended up to neutral market. Now a couple months of extreme buyer market territory. Now we're looking at less data in Long Beach. It's not like we're looking at the entire Gulf Front market, but what I can tell you, this is very representative of what we're seeing across the board. The market had been scalding hot through most of 2018, and now most of this year it's been slowing down little by little. It hasn't crashed, but it's slowed down from scalding hot to now lukewarm to maybe now more of a neutral market. And if we keep this trend going, it's real possible we drift into buyer market territory and we stay there for a while. So real possible, again, that could put pressure on prices to move the other way. Again, the e-alert system, if you hadn't heard about it and you're trying to keep up with the Long Beach market, we can set you up to receive a notification in your email anytime a unit comes up for sale, anytime there's a price change, anytime something goes under contract, and most importantly, when there's a sale. We'll send you not only the day that something sells, but also what it's sold for. It's very accurate information. We can do this, set those alerts up so that you can be alerted anytime something happens. We can do it to where you just get it once per week, once per month, depending on what you like. So let me know if you're interested in setting that up. It's very easy to do. If you want to track other buildings besides Long Beach, I can do that for you as well. Again, Craig Duran with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services and the Duran Group. Hope you found this helpful.